Hey guys, if you can judge by that B-roll that I just added there, you guys know that I'm about to review a new pew. Yes, we're talking about the Ruger Max 9. Here it is in all its glory. Okay, I'm kidding. All joking aside, first let me show you this firearm is clear. No magazines present, no ammo. YouTube, please take that into consideration. Stop demonetizing my videos. In all seriousness, this is my Ruger LCP, chambered in 380, my LCP2. Love this particular firearm. This comes with a Viridian light laser, and it's a great pocket pistol. When they introduced this new particular pew, like the title says, the Ruger Max 9, I had to pick it up. The unboxing. Here you have the white box Ruger with a nice little Phoenix emblem that you have here. If you've had one before, you know about that. I picked mine up at my local Bass Pro. Looks like you have all the paperwork in here. From what I can tell, instructions. We have standard lock here. We have one mag. We'll take a look at that later. We have another mag on the firearm itself. And we have a little accessory pouch. It looks like this is where some of the things for the optic ready piece comes in. And here is the firearm. Nice little chambering flag here. Take a look at that, guys. Soak it in. Does look like the mag is present. It is empty. No ammo nearby. Both of the mags are empty. We'll put that aside. All right, so before we move into it, let's just make sure that this gun is clear and safe to handle. We'll take out the chambering flag there. So you guys can see it's empty, no mag. So now that we're dealing with a safe firearm, let's go over some of the rich filled features that this particular pew does come with. Much like its counterpart, that LCP2, the construction of this particular pistol is nice and rugged. You have hardened alloy steel, which is what the slide is made of. You guys can tell here from the front to the back, you have forward serrations along with rear serrations. Both sides, you have nice little groovings, which gives it a really good look and feel to the overall firearm. This front sight is tritium fiber optic sight, which is highly visible both day and night. And it has a driftable adjusted rear sight. This sight is steel sights, which is really nice. As you can see here, it is optic ready. The footprint is J-point and shield, so it takes a lot of those little micro dot optics. As we go through the first initial feel of this grip bottom is high performance glass filled nylon, which is fancy for polymer or plastic or however you want to look at it. Maybe not plastic, but polymer, which feels nice in hand. It doesn't feel overly aggressive, much lighter than what I am used to on the P365 or the Hellcat. This trigger, I've heard nothing but great reviews on it. They say that they changed up some of this trigger to make it feel really good. Let's take out that initial pull. There's a little bit of take up there. Not a lot of mush. You can see the wall. A little take up after that. And you got the pull. Reset. Doesn't have to come all the way back. You see, doesn't come all the way back. And it feels good. Let's take a look at that reset again. Nice. The finish on the slide is quite nice. It has those aggressive serrations here, both in the front and the rear. It's got some beveling to the top of the slide, which I guess makes it easier for holstering in and out of a holster. And this overall appearance of the slide looks really comfortable and looks appealing. Not too aggressive on the branding. You got the Max 9 right there. And that's kind of it. You got the Phoenix right on the optic cut, which is pretty cool. It does come with 2 mags, right? Just to let you know, it came, both of them were 10 rounds. It's just 2 bases that come differently. It was originally installed with this flat base, which I removed, and I put the pinky extension, which is going to feel a little bit better. And then the other mag has this little base that holds 2 more rounds. So out of the box, it's 10 or 12 plus 1. Good design, nice feel, sturdy metal, somewhat double stack magazines that feed into like a single stack, which is kind of what the Hellcat and the P365 did. So inside that box, you saw this little bag, and it comes with this little tool. Inside the bag, which again, I've already done so that YouTube wouldn't freak out about me doing some kind of installation, came 2 little rivets that come in here. When you remove the optic plate, those little rivets go on the back, and they're these little lugs to just secure whatever optic you're going to be putting on there, and it holds it in place. I knew that this particular red dot, which stays budget, I'm mounting on here. This is the Crimson Trace 1500. Here we are. Here's the optic. Comes with a little shroud there. Battery does mount from the bottom. We'll probably do a little further review on this later on. So I think I'm going to be pretty impressed with this particular red dot, this Crimson Trace. I've heard some good things about it. I know the polymer design kind of scares folks away, but I do feel that this is going to be a right fit for this. This is a 3 MOA dot red dot. It takes standard 2032 batteries, which they say that the battery life on this is about 20,000 hours. So how is that going to do it? Well, this particular red dot does have the auto on, auto off function, which is like a motion activated, and it has the auto brightness. So depending on the ambient light or the light surrounding, it'll go brighter when it's darker. It'll be lighter. It'll go brighter when it's more shinier outside, and lighter when it's darker. So I think that is a nice feature. Again, for the price that you're paying on this, I think this one I got for right around 140, 150, which again is on the lower end of these red dots. So when we pair this up, I think it'll be quite a package. Now, for the sake of YouTube and making sure that we're not making modifications to this particular firearm, I'm going to do that installation on the side, and when I get back here, you'll see the finished package. Once I find the holster for this, believe you me, this is going to go into rotation for my everyday carry. I like the natural feel and grip on it. I'm probably not going to do it justice, but here you are seeing the 3 MOA dot. Again, red dots and cameras don't mend well, but it is sighted up to look through your rear sight, and it does co-witness on it. Well, that's it for the initial impressions of how this looks. Now let's see the feel, right? Again, this is the 10-round magazine. We're going to see how this feels in hand. Again, these are empty. As you guys can see, the reason why I took that other base plate off is when I put it without it, it's a flat one. This pinky just doesn't catch on. With that little pinky extension, it just sits on that ledge, which is way needed for my big old chubby hands. And the other mag, which is a 10 round as well with the 2-round extension, when you put it in there, again, that look feels really nice. And now you get a full hold on that grip. It does look and feel good in hand. Now it's just a matter of taking it down to the range and shooting 100 rounds to this. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, guys. So I'm back. I'm back from the range, and I want to tell you a little bit of what the first 100 rounds were. You guys saw a lot of footage there, and I'm gonna roll some of the range time footage. But this pew is excellent. I am totally amazed. Totally a little bit shocked by the performance on it. Realistically, this gun has a very good fit for many folks. I mean, Ruger knocked it out of the park. Things that I can say about it is it naturally feels good in hand. Again, we're dealing with a safe firearm. Naturally feels good in hand. The overall weight, the point of aim, point of impact, is really good. It's fair. I did have to adjust the red dot a little bit. I bore sighted it here at home. When I got to the range, I had to adjust it just a hair. I was shooting a little left, so I changed it up a little bit. There was times that I wasn't trying to shoot with the red dot. I was just trying to shoot with the irons. And again, really good in case the optic does go down on me. I was able to use that without a problem. Then co-witnessing on it was perfect. This inexpensive red dot Crimson Trace, I'm totally impressed. I mean, this kind of is still less than something like a Romeo Zero, and the performance on it is by far way higher. It has a little notch for the sights in the back. The dot is crisp. I was able to pick it up, no flare up. So all that was excellent. You know, I was taking some defensive shots, you know, one-handed shots, and you know, I was hoping that, you know, I became less accurate with it in the sense that it is a micro subcompact gun and it would be snappier. But I was dead on when I was doing those defensive shots. I was trying to shoot. The mags in itself were also good build. I mean, everyone dropped out freely, no problem. I loaded it 3 rounds, I loaded 5 rounds, I fully loaded it, dropped it, no problem. It felt really nice. Loading the rounds was very comfortable too. I didn't have to find myself fighting for that last round. Some of the other mags, like the P365, you're fighting for that last round, and they went in there very comfortably, very easy. I think the big win along the whole thing of the Ruger Max 9 is the overall package. Again, if you're finding this particular piece for kind of like what I got it, $430, even a $500, that's a steal of a buy. If you go with an optic like this, you're still under $600 for this particular piece. Let's say you bought it at $500, you put this on $130, $140. You're right a little bit at $600 and a little bit above. Now, what are you getting for this? When you compare it to the P365 XL, when you compare it to the Hellcat OSP, and a couple of other ones, and we're gonna do some comparisons on that, is the performance on this, you know, they got a winner here. The optics is great. Steel optics are awesome. The overall look is great. The serrations, the recoil management or impulse is excellent. The trigger, man, they were not kidding about the trigger. This trigger was one of the most comfortable triggers that I was able to do. I pulled a couple of shots, but you know, that's me, that's operator. But man, this little dongle, you know, doesn't feel, you don't get that pinch when you're shooting multiple shots or repetitive shots. I found that very comfortable. The grip in itself, like I told you from before, it's not super aggressive. I didn't find myself having to adjust my grip, so I found that very manageable and it felt comfortable in hand. Overall, A+. I'm gonna get more range time with this. Again, these were the first 100 rounds. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is another tabletop review. I know I was owing you one, and man, I'm glad I picked this one for it. I was looking at this and I definitely was thinking about this. I was also thinking about the Taurus GX4. Is that something you guys want to see here? Let me know in the comment sections below. I'm also thinking about the PSA Dagger. If I can get my hands on it, I want to do a review for that one too. That's a Glock 19 Gen 3 kind of clone or whatever. But if you've already subscribed, awesome. Thank you guys very much. If you haven't, please consider it. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.